Hey everybody, welcome back to the Rise or Die podcast. This is yours truly, Stephen M. Lowisz, for episode 73, Do What Is Required. It's already been a brutal fucking week that I can't wait to end. I mean, it's been brutal. Yesterday I put in probably 12 hours of work. Then I went to jiu-jitsu. Then I went to the gym to do some 70.3 training, half Ironman training. And then I came home and I worked some more. Then I woke up this morning to an absolute nightmare. But where the real internal struggle was yesterday was when I went to the gym. So I hadn't seen my wife a whole lot. Thankfully, she's so understanding. She's unbelievable. But I hadn't seen my wife a lot. She had just gotten home as I was headed out the door. I go to jiu-jitsu, and then I am like the world's worst swimmer. Like, absolutely horrible. You put me in water, I'll flop around, and I could swim a tad, but it's not pretty at all. And yesterday, I was supposed to do my longest swim ever, which was 2 miles. It's 3,200 meters, which is 128 laps in a 25-meter pool. That's a really long-ass time. And after a long day of work and jiu-jitsu, it was like 7:30, it was 8 o'clock when I started. And then I was supposed to swim 2 miles. It was supposed to take an hour and 10 minutes. It took me an hour and 18 minutes. But that entire process was just mentally grueling. It was worse mentally than it was physically. I'm going to be very honest. And there's a lot of people listening to this podcast that I'm sure look at that as a joke. And it kind of is. Like, 2 miles is a long way in swimming. I don't think anyone will argue that. But especially at the pace I was going, it really shouldn't be all that hard. At all. But mentally, we all face battles every day. And I knew that I needed to do my training. I knew that it was what was required of me. I knew that to hit the targets that I wanted, I must do that shitty training. Which is why I ended up actually doing it. But far too often, I do what is comfortable. I reason with myself. Now, you've worked your ass off. It's been a long day. You need rest. Yep, Steven, you really need rest. Just go home, watch some TV, and go to bed. That's what I fall for far too often. Far too often compared to what I'd like to admit. And I think we all do. We do what we want, not what is required. Like yesterday's example of swimming, yeah, it's kind of cheesy, kind of cliche-ish, I get. But we're all putting something off in our lives, and it could be in body being balance and or business. But we're all putting crap off in our lives that is necessary. It is required. It may not be what we want to do, but we know what we should do. Really, get that. Like, it's almost never a question of what should I do. It's just a matter of what am I actually going to do. Am I going to go home and relax because I had a hard day? Or am I going to keep perspective? Am I going to recognize that if I'm going to expand and rise to the level that I desire, am I going to do what is required for that? Or am I going to relax? I can tell you which one is more favorable. I can tell you which one is the one that I would strongly prefer to do on any given day. This morning, I slept right through my alarm because I was so tired. I'm behind on everything. Woke up to a shitstorm. I've got a lot going on. I want to shut off my computer. Ignorance is bliss. Ignore everyone. And watch some TV. Or take my dog for a walk. Enjoy the air. Although it's probably like 30 degrees and the air hurts your fucking face here in Michigan. It's kind of jacked up. So, across body, being, balance, and business, what are you not doing that you know is required of you if you're going to expand and rise and hit the targets that you desire? or a crossbody being balance in business. That's all I have for episode 73. Do what is required. As always, send me an email with any questions, steven@invictus.co. In addition, subscribe at riseordiepodcast.com to some of our exclusive content. And lastly, share this podcast with someone that you want more for out of their life, someone that needs a little kick in the ass every day, just like you get from me. I'll talk to you tomorrow for episode 74.